November 22nd, 2023, day 53. I'm chilling in the tent today. It's raining. It's been raining since last night. The tent held up well. The wind's blowing, and I was happy for that. And I put together some thoughts and ideas of things that we could do better to help unhoused people. And I just wanted to go over some of my ideas. I put it on Facebook. I think what I'm going to start doing is when I have thoughts and ideas and things I want to say, I'll just put it there and then read it. What I wrote is, in every city that provides homeless service in Massachusetts, like meals, food pantries, I think there should be some type of tally done of how many unhoused people are in that area, and then add 50 to that number when developing better services for people so that nobody's ever left out. One thing that I've really enjoyed is the homeless day shelters. They provide a lot of help and resources, care. It helps a person bring more dignity. It gives them a place where they can do the things that they need to do so that they can live an actually more productive lifestyle in the street. So day centers that run, have morning to evening hours, maybe like 9 to 7 or 9 to 9, whatever. A place where people can charge their phones, wash their clothes, take showers, maybe watch some TV, hang out on a couch and get some rest. Have some case managers there that can help them with stuff, and have access to other types of resources that might benefit them. Because a lot of times homeless people tell me that they didn't even know where the resources were when they became homeless. And they had to learn from other homeless people. It wasn't through the system that they learned. A big thing that I do believe in, and that has been mentioned to me from homeless people, is having more skill building opportunities. It's been said to me from people that have been in the shelter system that they get stuck on this subsistence level of living, as if like they get the fish every day, but they're not learning how to fish. And they have told me this. So having short skill building workshops at a day center, at a shelter, wherever people can access them easily, that maybe run for like a week to teach certain skills that are really important, marketable skills, life skills. Some of my suggestions would be workshops that teach basic carpentry skills, welding. I learned how to weld, and it took me about 3 days to kind of get it down. Stick welding, you got wire feed, and then you got TIG. They're all very similar, and if someone works with you, you can learn rather quickly. That's a marketable skill. Learning how to use cell phones, how to use a register, things of this nature, and just running them for like a week. Because if you're homeless, a lot of times, due to certain circumstances, you don't have the time to invest in month-long types of education or workshops. So teaching people these skills in these places would help them develop in their lives. Let's see. And I think that would help a lot of the situation, because I noticed a lot of times the resources provide the food. They have shelter for a certain number of people. Some people get left out because the shelters fill up. And in the day, people will spend their time in the street, in the parks. They'll spend their time at the library. That's one of my favorite hangouts. I charge my phones. It's relaxing. It's quiet. Or they just hang out in their encampments. So giving them that community resource, I think, would be super valuable. Next, I believe that every city that has unhoused people should have warming centers, well, Massachusetts or anywhere it's cold, that are open from November 1st all the way to April 1st. It'd be a place that would sleep up to 50 more people than what the estimated population in the area is. That way nobody is left out in the cold. And I would suggest having an emergency overflow option just in case something were to happen. And then that way we wouldn't have to worry about people being stuck in the cold during the winter. That's like one of the biggest fears. I see they talk about feed. There's plenty of food out there. Everywhere I've gone, there's been food. You've got pantries, you've got meal places. It's provided. People have SNAP benefits, so they get a card with like $300 worth of food a month. So the food is there. But in the winter, some of the warming centers, some of the shelters have to turn people away. Now they say that you can't turn anyone away, but it does happen. It's been told to me. It's even, it's been told to me by people that run and operate these places. I'm not going to say any names, but so that's a thing. And the idea in my mind of people having to sleep out in the cold, it really is upsetting for me, and I wouldn't want that to happen. And the way you could do that is you could utilize church basements, buildings that have spaces that are warm that aren't used during the winter. There's big spaces out there that could be available that could sleep up to 100 people, so, or more. And you have blankets and things available. You might not be able to provide a bed and a cot and everything for everybody, but you can provide them a place that'll keep them alive through the night. Because when it starts dropping down to sub-zero temperatures, there's really not a lot somebody can do to stay alive if they don't have the right gear. So, saying all this, and when I say like every city that has homeless populations, I mean every city that has a population of homeless people should provide these services. There's money there for it. I've looked at some of these organizations that provide services. They have money. They bring in more than an ample enough money to provide these types of simple services. And what that would do is that would alleviate a lot of the strain on the unhoused populations of people. It would alleviate the strain on the community and society, because like some people told me, they said when winter comes, people get desperate and bad things happen. People die. I hear this a lot, and it makes me sad to hear that. So there shouldn't be a desperation in our society. We're fat and rich, and it's not acceptable. It's just not. And I pulled some of these 990s of some of these organizations, and I've seen like the amount of money that they're bringing in through grants and donations and whatever. So this is not a pipe dream. That it's actually fairly simple. And by doing these things, we're offering more opportunity for people. We're offering them more dignity. And we're offering them more care. And I think that's important. So that's where I'm at. I got a long ways to go, so we'll just keep it coming. Thank you very much.